everybody, welcome back to my channel. How's it going? Today I filmed this look. It's like a cut crease, blue wing, green monster looking type of makeup tutorial. I don't know, I randomly came up with this. I asked you guys on my Instagram if you wanted to see something that I've done already or just come up with something new using glitter, and this is what I came up with. I just kind of went with it and poof, this is what happened. But I apologize about my camera. It's been acting really weird lately. Sometimes the colors look really vibrant, other times they just look like crap and really dull. So it's probably gonna fluctuate like the last video, unfortunately. But before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button, give it a thumbs up if you like colorful looks, and if you wanna see how I get this look, then go ahead and keep on watching. I'm back. I did this eye off camera because, to be completely honest with you guys, I didn't know what I was doing, so kind of winged it, and this is what I came up with. First, I'm going to start with priming my eye. I'm going to use the DECAY EDAN primer potion. This is the stuff, like one of my favorites. I'm just going to apply that all over my lid. Then I'm just going to go ahead and blend it out with this Morphe brush. This is the M517. And I'm just going to blend that out. Now I'm just going to go ahead and set that with an eyeshadow. And I'm using this NYX eyeshadow, and it's in the color Whipped Cream. I'm going to take that on like a nice big kabuki brush, like kabuki flat brush. And I'm just going to place that all over my lid, but mainly in the crease because we're going to be doing a lot of blending in the crease. Now I'm going to go into this Juvia's Zulu palette here, and I'm going to take this yellow color, and this is going to be our transition color. I start on the outer corner, and then I blend towards the middle of the eye, and then I start on the inner corner and blend towards the outside to connect the two, and then I just start in windshield wiper motions. And with this yellow color, I really want it to be super blown out. So you can blend this for as long as possible, make it as intense as you want it to be. Because I do want the yellow to peek through the green. Now, after I've got the yellow placed down, I'm gonna go into the Take Me to Brazil palette. And I'm gonna take this lime green color right here, and I'm using a Morphe M443 brush to go ahead and add that in. So start on the outside, bring it towards the inner corner of the eye, inside, do the same thing. And for this, I like to blend things upward. So that the green and the yellow will eventually start to meet. And I'm just going in tiny circular motions to get the color built up. Then just to touch up the yellow, I'm just gonna go back into the yellow from the Zulu palette, and then just make sure these two meet and blend together, the green and the yellow. Like never be afraid to stop and then go back into the previous color. I feel that really helps with blending. I'm gonna go back into the lime green from the BH Cosmetics Take Me to Brazil palette, and I'm gonna go ahead and start to add that a little bit more, and I'm just gonna build that up to the intensity that I want it to be. Now I'm gonna go into this NYX palette. This is the NYX Ultimate palette. This is a rainbow one. And I'm gonna take this green color and we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna add that almost directly into the crease. And we're just gonna blend that upwards. So I'm just gonna put this literally right into the crease and just do windshield wiper motions. And I'm using the same Morphe M443 brush. I find that circular motions are really good for blending things out, and then the windshield wiper motions help with distributing product. So if you're trying to distribute the product, you're probably most likely going to want to do windshield wiper motions, but if you're trying to blend it into something, make sure you do circular motions. So now to really add that depth, just like this eye, I'm going to go into the JACLYN Hill palette, and I'm going to take this moss, like deep green color, and I'm just going to go ahead and add that in. And I'm going to first go in with this Morphe M139 brush, and then I'm going to go ahead and blend that out. So I'm going to kind of slowly sketch out essentially where we'll eventually cut the crease, and then we're going to go in and blend that out. So starting on the outside, and then starting on the inside, working your way in, kind of getting the shape of everything. And if you get some of this on your lid, that's okay, because we're gonna cut the crease anyway, so no big deal. See how you can slowly sketch it out without picking up a lot of product. I picked up very little amount. Slowly just adding more and more product, because you don't want to go in with a lot and have to blend it out later. It's going to be so much more work and so much harder to blend out. And you're just going to keep building on that. So now I'm going to go back into the NYX color, that deep green color right here. Begin to blend the deep green out, because I want that to be blended. I don't want it to be just a very harsh green color, you know? So everything needs to blend. So now that we've got all of our colors mapped out, next I'm gonna go in and cut the crease. And I'm gonna use the same thing I always use, and I'm just gonna use Tarte Shape Tape in the color Fair. Bam! I'm going to take that same whipped cream color by NYX, and I'm just going to go ahead and set it, because I'm eventually going to put some eyeshadow over that. So I'm going to take my NYX glitter glue, and I'm going to go ahead and add that on my lid. I'm not going to take it all the way down, because we're going to be adding wing liner. So I'm just going to take it mainly at the top and around it and towards the middle of the eye. So I'm going to start to place the glue down. So now I'm going to go in with my Bella Pierre glitter, and this is just a green color. And I'm going to use the same brush I used to apply the glue, and we're just going to go ahead and apply that everywhere. And you want to make sure you're really careful, especially where the lid meets the dark green part, because you don't want them to overlap. Actually, I made a boo-boo. So if you're doing this, you want to make sure you add the green eyeshadow first and then glitter on top. We're going to fix this. So I'm going to take this green color from the Zulu palette, and I'm gonna add that all over my lid. So this actually helps bring out more of the green color. Now I'm gonna go back into that Bella Pierre glitter, and I'm gonna go ahead and touch that up and add that. So now that we've added glitter, I'm gonna go into my NYX Vivid Liner. This is a blue one. This is I think this is Sapphire. Yep, Sapphire. And I'm just gonna go ahead and wing out my liner. Not bringing the glitter all the way down is really gonna help with when we do liner, it won't look so bumpy. So then it should look like that. And then I'm just gonna clean it up a little bit with a little bit concealer, just to make sure that it looks nice and sharp and snatched. So I went ahead and applied my lashes off camera. I used the ARIMKA lashes. If you follow me on Snapchat, you know what I'm talking about. I've been wearing these actually for some time, but this is what they look like, and this is what they look like inside. So they're kind of dramatic, but I really like them, and I got them off Amazon. So if you guys are interested, I'll leave a link down below. So now that that's out the way, let's go on to complexion part. And yes, I do have on a top, because a lot of people ask, do you have on clothes? You look like you're naked. I'm not naked, I just have on a tube top. Today I'm actually going to use my Fenty Beauty foundation, which I'm running very low in. But first, let me just prep my face. I'm pretty much going to do the same thing I did in my last video. So I already used a serum. I'm just going to go ahead and moisturize my face. I'm going to use my Olay Active Hydrating Moisturizer. And I'm just going to go ahead and apply that all over, because my stomach is growling. I'm so hungry. It's like screaming at me right now. I haven't eaten like all day. Now I'm gonna go ahead and prime my face using the Too Faced Hangover RX Primer. Don't mind my edges because they're looking kind of reckless right now. I'm just gonna use my Mario Badescu Rose Water Setting Spray. And I'm doing this again because the Fenty Beauty foundation is mattifying and it's really matte, so I just want to make sure my skin doesn't look patchy underneath. Now I'm going to go in with my Fenty Beauty foundation. This is in the color 370. I'm like scraping this out of the bottle. I'm just going to go ahead and blend this all out. So now I'm going to go in and highlights, and I'm going to highlight all the normal places. Under the eye, on the sides of the nose, bridge of the nose, tip of the nose, middle of the forehead, on the chin. I'm going to go ahead and set my highlight. I'm going to go ahead and set the rest of my face using NC45 Studio Fix by MAC. Start to bronze up the face and add a little bit more warmth back in. So now I'm going to go right under our contour as well and take the same RC No Color Powder, and I'm just going to bake right under there. Now I'm going to go ahead and contour my nose, and the usual, nothing different. Now I'm just going to add a little bit of blush, and I'm going to go ahead and add Urban Decay Crush. I always use this because I'm not a blush girl. So for the eyes, I'm just going to go back into that yellow color. So we're pretty much going to do the exact same thing we did on the lid. Then I'm going to go back into the lime green color, and we're going to add that as well. I'm going to go into that green color from the Morphe palette, JACLYN Morphe palette, and I'm going to keep it really close to the lash line. And then you already know what I'm going to do for the inner corner highlight. I'm going to take my SAHARAN 2 palette, and I'm going to take Aziza and add that in the inner corner. So now that we have all of our powders on, I'm just gonna go ahead and spray my face with the Mario Badescu Rose Water. Just so that everything sinks in. So then I'm gonna take that same Aziza color and I'm just gonna add that on my nose like before, down the bridge of the nose. I'm gonna highlight the rest of my face using Artist Couture Double Take. Okay, so now to finish up the lips, I'm gonna go in with this NYX lip liner. It's just a brown one. And then I'm gonna take Kat Von D Bow and Arrow and add that. And then I'm just gonna add a lip gloss over it. This is just the Maybelline Shine Shot. And that pretty much wraps everything up. Thanks so much for watching, you guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe and leave any comments down below on any requests, anything else you guys want to see, and I will see you in the next video. Deuces!